Hello, I'm Cesar Vargas, and I will be your instructor for BA 130, Business Interpretation, Spanish and English. And these are some of my current and past translation and interpretation clients. I currently work for the Santa Ana Unified School District full-time as a language specialist and district translator since 1995. And I translate all the district level communications into Spanish. I also work with other agencies to help clarify their message into Spanish, and I am a published author. I've translated, co-written, or written about 18 books so far. Our class will be fun and interactive, so go ahead and fill out the discussion, Introduction, Your Career Goals in Module 1. Our class meets virtually 2 times a week, Wednesday and Thursday from 3:30 to 5 p.m. But be sure to log in earlier because, as my abuelita used to say, si llegas 5 minutos antes, ya tienes 10 minutos de retraso. So log into Converse Zoom a few minutes early, especially on the first day. Converse Zoom is right here on the left on the navigation for Canvas. In addition, in your home page, you have a to-do list on the right with the upcoming assignments, and the Zoom link will be there as well. If you have any questions about the class, be sure to post them in the general course questions for BA 131. And if someone else sees a question and has the answer for that person, before I get to it, go ahead and feel free to answer the question. Because as you'll find out soon enough in this industry, the more we help each other, the better we all do. Just like the saying goes, a rising tide lifts all boats. If you have any private questions, such as your grades or assignments or a situation at home, you can email me at vargas_cesar@sac.edu. For the live synchronous class, part of your grade is the participation, so I'm going to ask you to have your camera on during that class time. I understand that most of you will be logging in from school because the class meets right after school, so that shouldn't be an issue. If you're logging in from home, be sure to have an appropriate background and minimize any distractions that there might be. If you have any personal issue about this, please let me know ahead of time. I highly recommend that you use a headset such as this with a boom microphone so that you can minimize any feedback that may happen. There's no distractions if you're at the library or something like that. You don't distract the people around you. And it's also a professional tool for you to have, and you should get used to it as an interpreter. If you don't have your own headset, you can't get one at your school, please check with CT counselor Edwin Vasquez and we'll figure something out for you. This is a college class and there's work to do, so you are expected to do the work for this class, so be sure to schedule your week and your work accordingly, because this will prepare you to become the professional that I know that you can become. This is an interpretation class, so the discussions will be conducted in both English and Spanish, so you'll be expected to participate in both languages equally. If you know that you're not as good in one language as the other, then now you know what you need to work on, right? This course is presented in modules. This Santa Ana College class is 16 weeks long, so there will be 16 modules. You will have access to each module by Monday morning each week, so you don't have to wait until our scheduled class on Wednesday and Thursday to get started. In fact, I encourage you to go through the module before our class for that week so that you'll be ready to participate and ask informed questions. In order to understand what we will cover in this class, let's look at the course learning objectives for BA 131. You don't need to memorize these or take notes because they are written down in the syllabus. The learning outcomes for BA 131 are communication skills. Students will demonstrate the proper grammatical use of sentence structure in English and Spanish in order to interpret and translate accurately the format given in a way that makes sense. Thinking and reasoning. Students will think of appropriate responses to questions on documents provided for translations based on the written content and the hearing involved. Civic responsibility. Students will develop responsibility by learning the conduct, civic duties, and code of ethics for the professional interpreter. And 4. Careers. Students will be able to identify interpretation, translation career path opportunities and the requirements to succeed in the career. Again, if you have any questions about this or anything else in the course, you can post your question in the General Course Questions on the left of the Canvas navigation. Then find General Course Questions for BA 131. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you virtually on the first day of class.